All right, boys and girls, we're back and got something a little juicy for you. Looks like we're getting some support from an outside entity that's outside of our realm here, but they may know a little bit about what they're talking about because they have been through prohibition before. And wait till you hear this. Okay. Real short little article. I thought that, I would share it with you guys and make sure that, you got to read this and understand it. But Bazinga put out a heck of an article today. And I really wanted you guys to hear it. So sit back and relax, pick you up a little drinky drink, and let's hear it. Okay. So today, the Wine and Spirits Wholesalers of America dropped a little response to the farm bill that might ban hemp products. Okay. So this group has come out and they are a national organization. Okay. And they go by the WSWA. And they sent this message to Congress. Prohibition isn't the answer. Correct. That's correct. It's like telling any kid, "Hey, you can't have that." And then what happens? They want it more. That's what we are. We're a nation of children anyway. So kind of is what it is. Okay. So here's what we got going on here. In response to last week's announcement of a bipartisan amendment to the Farm Bill seeking to ban intoxicating hemp products from the market, the Wine and Spirit Wholesalers of America sent a message to Congress. Prohibition isn't the answer. Okay. Now is the time for federal regulation, not prohibition. Much like they do alcohol. Make some laws, make some rules, follow them, prosecute like they do alcohol. Francis Crichton told this in a press release. Lawmakers need not look too far back in history to learn from the beverage alcohol marketplace and know without a doubt that prohibition is not the answer. Congress should be focused on protecting public safety and empowering states to regulate the sale of these products, just as federal regulation for alcohol have done for 90 plus years. So all the frameworks there, all they got to do is follow that framework. They don't even have to do any work unless they're in the pocket of Big Pharma or Big MJ. I'm just saying, Or big business too, for that matter, and big tobacco and anybody else. But the framework's already there. All they have to do is follow it. Okay. The WSWA, which supports the regulation of THC, whether it comes from hemp or cannabis, is the first alcohol industry trade association to publicly support the legalization of adult use cannabis. Thanks. And to brief Congress on comprehensive federal regulation for those products based upon the success and efficacy of the U.S. alcohol regulatory model. I mean, come on. They know how to do it. They've got the framework already built in. The amendment in question seeks to ban intoxicating hemp products by eliminating them from the definition of legal hemp. If enacted, this would likely lead to the removal of these products from shelves across the country. I have doubts about the ability to eliminate all of these products any more than they've eliminated the cannabis marketplace. Hello? If adults want something, they will get it. There's several ways to skin the cat, so to speak, and in our view, the cleanest is to essentially try to replicate what we have in the alcohol space. Dawson Hobbs, WSWA's executive VP of Government Affairs, says to Politico in late May. Hmm. We just complicate the first lap. I'm sorry. We just completed the first lap of a long distance race. There are a lot of mileposts along the way where this can be changed. One of the benefits of this amendment is that it brought the conversation to the forefront, Hobbs said in the recent press release. WSWA framework is built in four principal drawings on long established federal laws governing the alcohol industry. The association's principle for comprehensive federal regulation, or I'm sorry, federal legalization and oversight of adult use cannabis supply chain are rooted in these four pillars. Four. The federal permitting, federal being the word, of cannabis producers, importers, testing facilities, and distributors. The federal approval and regulation of cannabis products and product labels, the efficient and effective collection of federal excise tax. There's some money that the government needs. Effective federal measures to ensure public safety. I think the problem with that is the FDA gets involved. And we all know what a nightmare that's going to be. Also, I'm a little nervous about you got to get you already have to get a federal permit or at least a state permit to produce, to import. When of course you'll have to have federal for that. Testing facilities would also need to be, federally permitted, but distribution. So you got to get a license from the feds to distribute this. Where's that going to put people like old Chad? Hmm. It's something to think about. Something to think about. Also, the federal approval and regulation of cannabis products and product labels. Do they do that with any new, I don't know, Anheuser-Busch product? Do they do that with any new blend of bourbon? Maybe. Seems to be working. Let's look into it. Read up on it, ladies and gentlemen, and tell me what you're thinking. And it's an idea. I really like their train of thought. I think it's something that we ought to look into, and hopefully they will. It's pretty interesting, nonetheless, and it's something I think is well worth talking about. Hmm. Tune in, boys and girls. It's about to be a ride.